Hello, fellow Guardians. Edge of Fate is almost here, and if you're a Warlock main like me, you're going to want this build in your arsenal, not only now, but on day one to carry you through that legendary campaign if you want to get to higher world tiers. This build doesn't just work now, it works in in-game and it dominates. No artifact mods needed because it's just pure synergy. Before continuing though, we are less than 130 subs away from YouTube partner, something I've been pushing really hard for. And you right there are only one click away to help.
Let's up those numbers!
I couldn't have said it better myself. Without any further ado, here's the shameless plug. While you're here, don't forget to click that thumbs up like, smash that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to stay notified of more gaming content. I also stream 3 to 5 days a week on all major platforms. The links are on the screen now and in the description below. Now that the shameless plug is over with, let's get back to the video. This is the ultimate Prismatic Warlock setup built around the Getaway Artist, Kvostov, and Double Turret Warfare. This build transforms you into a walking turret factory. You'll be chaining Bleak Watcher stasis turrets, Arc Souls from Getaway Artist, giving you insane crowd control and passive damage while staying alive through Devour and rotating into Transcendence almost non-stop. There is only 2 pieces of mandatory gear. The Getaway Artist that turns your arc grenade into a long-lasting buff arc soul, and the exotic Kvostov ZG-0X. This kinetic auto rifle fuels your Transcendence bar really fast, and it also brings that nostalgia back with consistent DPS as well. As for secondary weapons, you can use whatever's needed for that activity, whether it be for champions or damage or support. Like in this case, I like to use Aberrant Action with Heal Clip for some extra heals, along with the synergy of being solar, and it's going to be a solar season coming up in Edge of Fate, along with having Incandescent so it clears ads, and my bait and switch Apex Predator. But ideally, I'd rather have the Hez and Vengeance, but I haven't been able to farm Vogue enough to get me one. But that's the best rocket launcher right now, which has surpassed Apex Predator in DPS. As for your subclass, here's the loadouts, the abilities, aspects, and fragments you'll be needing to use. Your super, Song of Flame for the ultimate power. It's one of the best supers in the game. Phoenix Dive for fast healing. It also synergizes with your turrets. Storm Grenades, which we won't throw, we'll consume those with Getaway Artist, but we can if we really need to. Arcane Needle as your melee because it's powerful, it's fast, it's reliable. And they have changed how melees are going to work a little bit in Edge of Fate. I would say look out some of those videos out there. Everything's going to be additive instead of multiplicative. So keep an eye on that as we go ahead. As for the aspects, we're going to use Feed the Void, which gives you Devour on ability kills, which includes kills from your Arc Soul turrets. We're also going to be using Bleak Watcher, which will place a stasis turret at exactly the spot that we devour our Arc Soul. Now, there is some changes with the aspects and fragments coming up in Edge of Fate, and I'll go over that in a minute, that will affect this build. As of the fragments for today, pre-Edge of Fate, you're going to want Fast of Grace, which gives us extra Transcendence energy from the kinetic weapons kills, which is going to be a Kvostov. Fast of Devotion, it's going to grant us light Transcendence energy from killing frozen enemies from our Bleak Watcher. Fast of Dawn, which gives us Radiance from our Arcane Needles, giving us bonus damage. We're going to use Fast of Purpose, which orbs are going to grant us restoration or healing, which because we're solar, that's why we're getting that. And then Fast of Protection, damage resist while near enemies with even more protection while transcendent. Together, all of these fragments accelerate your transcendence, keep you alive, boost your damage, and synergize beautifully with constant ability uptime. Now, as I said, once Edge of Fate arrives, if you're watching this and Edge of Fate is here, there's a slight change to this build. Some prismatic aspects are losing the number of fragment slots they have. On the screen right now are the aspects that are changing, or were due for a change originally at the launch of Edge of Fate, but are no longer being changed. Due to these changes, the Bleak Watcher aspect is going from having 3 fragment spots to only 2. Thus, it makes us have to eliminate one of the fragments we use. In this case, I'll eliminate the Facet of Purpose. We really don't need it. While it's nice to have that extra healing from orbs, we already have multiple ways to heal, especially if you're using a weapon with Heal Clip, like in this build I'm using Aberrant Action. Or you can always add a mod that'll give you that extra healing if you want or need it for survival issues. As for the stats you're aiming for, it really depends on if you're making this build pre-Edge of Fate or post Edge of Fate. If you're making it pre-Edge of Fate, you're going to stack your Discipline for grenades. You're going to stack Resilience to keep you alive. The grenades will give you more Arc Souls and turrets, obviously. But once we get an Edge of Fate, all the stats change. Their names, their purposes, There's new ones. After the update, you'll still want to spec into grenades, health, and weapons, but there are more possible combinations that we don't know of yet that could make this build more lethal. That's what makes this build so powerful at its core. There's also a lot of room to tweak it, mid-max it, to fit your playstyle and to fit the sandbox that Bungie's putting out for us. I believe this build can grow exponentially more powerful as we come to understand Armor 3.0 more and get more armor and armor sets. Speaking of Armor 3.0, with the new armor sets, if you start getting that higher tier armor, I would look for some of the Grenadier set that gives you grenade and super bonuses, or the Gunner sets that give you weapon and grenade bonuses. But we'll get into that in the future, in future builds, once we understand that a little bit more and we've played with it a little bit more and understand how it works a little bit better. As for your armor mods, they're always a little bit flexible because it always depends on your stats you're trying to achieve on your armor. But here's a great base for your setup. As for the helmet, we're going to go for Kinetic Siphon and Solar Siphon to get us orbs. Hands-on for super energy from grenade kills. As for the arms, we'll do Impact Induction, Focusing Strike, Momentum Transfer. That way we get more grenade, melee, and class ability energy. For the chest, always use resist mods depending on the activity that you're using, along with charged up so you get increased armor charge. As for your legs, I use 2 kinetic surge mods to make the Kvostov really kick, and elemental charge to get that armor charge from elemental pickups because we'll be getting them from everywhere. And as for the class item, we're going to go for distribution and time dilation. It's going to give ability spam. It's also going to give us longer armor charge effects by making that armor charge stay up longer, which means your damage stays up longer as well. All right, as for the gameplay loop that's going to let you dominate everything, you consume your grenade. Getaway Artist gives you an enhanced Dark Soul. It drops a Bleak Watcher. You're now double turreted up. Kills with either Feed the Void, giving you Devour, heals you. Unlimited healing. It also gives you grenade energy. Constant ability use, plus the Kvostov kills give you super fast Transcendence. When the Transcendence is up, pop it and melt everything. That's it. This build is ridiculously strong in in-game PvE, in solo dungeons, in raid encounters, high-level nightfalls. I just sherped a team through a raid the other night. Easy peasy. You're constantly healing. You're locking down areas with turrets. You're deleting enemies while never dying. And remember, this is without using artifact mods. Once those kick in, it's only going to get better. If you're looking for a Warlock build to carry you through this last week and finish up any loose ends, or to carry you through Edge of Fate as you get that tier 3, tier 4, tier 5 armor and learn what the new sandbox is going to bring, this is it. No bloat, no gimmicks, just straight up utility and power. Drop a like if this build helped. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a Transcendence optimized loadout for another class. Happy hunting, Guardian. Can't wait to see you in the Edge of Fate. Your boy Old Man Sim out. Peace.